Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know what is happening with my hair right now. I was like, let's curl it. And now I realize I don't like it curled. I like it straight. Straight makes me feel cool. Curled makes me feel old. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so don't mind my cool Jerry curl that's going on right here. I'm here to talk about and show you a little tiny demo of the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation and concealer. It's probably old news to you, but I'm here. Hey man, my channel is sometimes about reviews, so here's a review for you. It's a quick one. I've been using this for about a month now. I am about this way down the tube, and I picked this up because I needed kind of like a heavy duty foundation. I recently went through my foundation drawer, which I had a ton of. I moved from LA where I was doing makeup on and off professionally, and I finally parted with all my foundations that were over a year old. They were actually probably like way more than that, and I just threw them all away, even though it really hurt my heart. It hurt a lot. It hurt more than like going through your clothes. And I threw them away. I mean, there were like some really expensive ones in there, and there were all the different shades, and I finally just said, look, they're old, and even if I did get some jobs, I couldn't use these foundations on them anyway because they're old and they like change consistencies and they're not their true best selves. They're not the best forms of themselves. So I got rid of them. And along with throwing them away was my favorite, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which is a really heavy duty foundation, which I need to cover some of my acne scars that I've gotten lately in the last year from having my kids. So on the really bad days, on the, the post PMS hormonal after Aunt Flo has left the building and you're like recovering from, you're like, whoa face, chill. And you have to like cover all that stuff up. I needed a heavy duty foundation. So I had watched a few videos of people who had gotten, Milani had sent them ahead of time, so I was like, oh, I'm going to pick it up. And some people were saying they hadn't seen it at their store, but I found it at my Walmart or CVS. I can't remember which one of the two. So here it is. It was around $10 usually, pretty much a little cheaper at Walmart than CVS, but if you have like CVS card, you can usually get it for 20% off or something like that. So I picked mine up in the shade light beige. In the lighting in my video, it makes me look a little orange, but it's a pretty true shade to me in the actual daylight. If not a tad dark. I don't know why it looks a little dark. Maybe it'll be better for me probably in the summertime. But light beige is a tad dark / orangey for me, but I can make it work when I kind of put bronzer on and, I put my no color powder on and graze out my face a little bit. So I make it work. So when you're watching the video, you're like, whoa, that looks orange on her. Don't worry. Obviously, I make it work. It doesn't look orangey on me now, so don't worry. So don't let that fool you. And also, most places let you take that stuff. If it doesn't work for you, most stores will let you return it after you've tried it. CVS will, Walmart will, Target will, but usually they'll let you take it back because you can't try it in the store. Okay, so my thoughts on it, I really like it. It's a heavy duty, like I said, heavy duty. Concealing wise, I do two pumps and I go over my face, I blend it in, and then I have to go over it again with a few more, like one more layer to kind of get a fuller coverage. So it does take me about 2 layers. It doesn't come out cakey. I do add a pump or two of my Guerlain Tenue de Perfection. I feel like for me, this doesn't have SPF, so this does, and I like SPF in my foundations because I am outside quite a bit when I go to the barn for my horse and whatnot, so I like to have SPF. So that's mainly the reason I add it. Also, I just feel like that kind of gives it a silky coverage. I don't know, I really like that foundation. So let's just say that it has SPF. Con, this does not have SPF in it. So in your moisturizer, if that has SPF, then you're good to go. But my moisturizer does not. Philosophy doesn't have SPF in it. So that's how I make up for it. Okay, I gotta hurry. Okay, so it's heavy duty, but for me, because I guess my face hates me, I have to go with 2 layers. I use a beauty blender. I feel like it's the best way to blend it out, a very damp beauty blender. You could use your fingers. I've used a brush. I just feel like the Beauty Blender is the best way to do it. Not every foundation is the best with a Beauty Blender. This foundation is good with a brush. I actually think this one's better with the brush than the Beauty Blender. So, I also had to go over this with a concealer palette to go over my spots that just were not completely covered to my liking. So it's not going to cover everything if your skin is really kind of hating you right now, like mine is. So it's not gonna make you look like you have Photoshop skin. So don't let it fool you. But for $10, I think it's a really good foundation. Didn't break me out, and I tend to have sensitive skin, especially now. But yeah, so I really like this Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. If you are looking for a heavy coverage foundation that will stay on all day, I do recommend this. Again, I set it with this RCMA No Color Powder, which I picked up for $10 from Beautylish.com. It was in my February favorites. If you watched it, if you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below. In my February favorites video, I left a link to it. I'll probably link this down below as well. I'll leave a link to this too if you want to order this and this. This helps it stay all day long. All day. You rarely have to touch up this when you put this on. So I'm combination oily skin, sometimes more on the oily side. So I maybe once or twice, maybe if I'm really oily, will have to touch it up. But sometimes not. Sometimes I get home and I'm like, dang girl, you still look good, which is not always the case. Sometimes I'm like, dang girl, you look really awful. So, I hope nobody saw you. And like that's seriously what I think. Like, some days I come home and I'm like, oh my god, I hope nobody looked at you very closely. Okay, I just made myself tell you that. So yeah, definitely recommend this powder with it, because I recommend this powder with everything, because this makes you just look great all day long. So if I am on the go, I don't take this with me. I do touch myself up with, that sounds really perverted. I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium with a kabuki brush. So that's what I use when I'm on the go, because it just, it's very, I don't know, I just do. It's just what I use. So yeah, that is my review on the Milani Conceal and Perfect. If you have any questions, if I didn't go over anything, this is just a very basic review. I like it. It's good. It was in my February favorites as well. I wanted to give a little bit more in-depth review. Again, it's not like organic or anything. It's probably tested on, actually, I don't think Milani tests on animals, so you're good to go with that one. It says it's oil-free, so that's good. What does it say? Long-wearing, water-resistant, sweat-proof. I think it is sweat-proof, because I did get sweaty the other day at the barn. So, well, yeah, I definitely think it's long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. I will go ahead and say it does follow up on all of its claims. Yeah, it's not lying to you on the back, so definitely I'd give this an A. And I don't give a lot of A's, because I'm not, I think you have to work for that crap. Yeah, so let's see, what else does it say? Yeah, I definitely think this is a, they don't test on animals. I'm almost positive that Milani does not test on animals. So if that is something that will deter you from buying makeup, if you're that cruelty-free, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, if you're cruelty-free and that's the only thing you'll buy, then you can definitely pick up a Milani foundation, because it's awesome. Okay, that's it. Thanks for so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and share it on Facebook and Twitter and all your other social medias. And I love Snapchat, so don't forget to snap me. Here's my name. Here's my Snapchat name right here. I think it's Amy Fraser 726, because I made my Snapchat before I got married. So boom, there's my Amy Fraser 726 on Snapchat. I love to snap, so just send me some snaps or whatever. Leave me a comment down below. Again, subscribe if you like this video, if you like my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!